Hi everyone, this is Laura and welcome to my channel. I am doing this video, I'm going to call this a do-over. I am calling this a do-over because right before my PC had crashed while I was doing my challenge giveaways, I had purchased some of these fine line applicators, and I'm going to get to these in a second because I did get a lot of questions about these bottles, and I don't believe I've ever addressed my several friends that had asked. And I am sorry to those girls, you know who you are. Um, and I have a little friend here. She insists on being on top of mom and mom's desk. And this is her little play mat, her little raggedy mat that she likes to lay on. And I used to have this on my desk when she was a teeny tiny little pup. And now she's still here. My daughter's cracking up because yeah, she just wants to be loved. Right, Lola? Okay, so Lola's taking a nap. Um, I had purchased these, and what had happened was I said that since this pack came with three, I was going to give one away to a friend, and I was going to draw a secret giveaway for that. And I did do that, and the winner was Rosa, Rosa A, because I have several Rosas in my life now. But when I realized that I also had the two bottles, I decided I'm going to give away both. So Rosa V, who's busy mom, and Rosa A, who's going by Rosa A now on YouTube, Rosa Aquino and Rosa Vieira, you're each going to get one of these. I am so sorry, Rosa, that I don't remember if I messaged you and told you that you were the winner. Um, I really don't know what happened, but yeah, I kind of forgot about it. When the computer crashed and everything, I think I just forgot. It slipped my mind. And when I was cleaning out the drawers today, trying to get the masking liquid, I found these and I was like, I didn't do the secret giveaway. I never mailed it out. So initially, I was only going to give one away, and Lola, what are you doing? I was only going to give this one to Rosa A, but Rosa V also requested, as did many others too. Rosa Vieira had requested it, and Rosa was so super kind to me um, not too long ago that I think I'm going to send her one as well. And I ordered another pack of these, so I'll be sending one to Becky as well. So Becky, if you're watching, I don't know how soon it's gonna come, but you'll be getting one of these too. And I'm gonna tell you why. All right. First of all, I learned about these from Simon Says Stamps, which is where I purchased mine. I think her name is Jennifer McCormick or McCorrick. Um, it was McCorrick or something, and she was the first person I saw review these. And let me give you a little bit of information first in case you want to purchase these too. Um, First thing, I purchased both 18 gauges. So if you, I mean 20 gauges. So if you see here, this one says 20 gauge and it's the fine tip. And this one is also a 20 gauge, which is a fine tip. Now, I was asked by several friends when I did do the video, what is the difference between the bottles that you have, Laura, and the applicator tops? There is a difference. I already noticed it right away. Like I said, when I purchased these and made that video, um, it was fairly new, and I didn't know too much about the product, and I still don't. But I did realize there are certain differences, and I want to share that with you in case you guys decide to go purchase these. And I'm also going to suggest that maybe you watch a few videos about this before you buy them. Um, I know some people use them for paint. Some people use them for adhesive, for glue. um, for glossy accents, many different things. I personally am not using them for paints. And I'm going to tell you why. The smaller the numbers are, the thicker your gauge is. So, let's say, as far as I know, they come in two sizes, 20-inch and an 18-inch. So, I'm going to assume if this was Lola, what are you doing? I'm trying to make a video. She's attacking my fingers. If I'm going to assume if this is going to go by the same measurements as gauges of needles, which I believe it does, the smaller the number, the bigger the hole is inside. So obviously, an 18 gauge would be bigger than a 20 gauge. I think that's the way it goes. I'm hoping that that's the way it goes. I'm hoping I'm giving you the right information. So the smaller the number, the thicker the wall inside is, and the bigger the hole. So 18, by that reasoning, 18 would be bigger than 20. You would think the bigger the number, the bigger the hole. No, it's actually the opposite. The bigger the number, the smaller the hole. The smaller the number, the bigger the hole. So 18 would be bigger than 20, which might explain what happened to me. I had bought the two bottles that came with these blue tops, and I'm going to explain the difference with those. This is a 3-pack I also purchased at that time, and these were for me putting on top of bottles, period. And then there was the masking fluid that I desperately wanted and still have not used, which was what started the whole fine line applicator bottles for me. Because I saw a masking video. It had nothing to do with the glue. Of course, later on, when looking around, I found out that it's good for other things too. Lola, what is wrong with you? So, let me explain now the difference with the bottles. What's the difference? If they're both 20 gauges, what's the difference? Okay, you have the ones that come already in a bottle, and it does have the sticky little fine line logo. I took it off because I just wanted my bottles plain. What did I put in this bottle? I put Aileen's Craft Eagle. She wants to play. I don't believe this. She's not letting me do my video. She wants to bite mommy's fingers. She just wants to play. Hey, you, can I please do this video? Please? The bottle comes with this applicator, and then you buy these applicators separately. Now, if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. It's just I have a little dog that's distracting me. The first difference, if you have one of these Scotch Quick Dry adhesive, or if you have the Glossy Accents, I don't have a Glossy Accents bottle right now, but I have the Sepia one. If I were to take the top off of this bottle, and they're both 20 gauges, and I took the top off of my Glossy Accents bottle, you are incredible. Back it up, back it up, back it up. If you can see here already, this, I can't fit over this at all. Can't do it. And when I open up my quick dry bottle, see, can't do it. It does. So the first thing I notice is these tops that come with the bottle, even though these are both 20 gauges, these are meant to be used only with these bottles. Now, I did see a video where someone had put one of these tops on one of the smaller bottles. There's a good chance that that can be done, like a stickle bottle, the one that says 0.5. Maybe it does fit over it. I'm not sure. But as you can see, not really. And this would be the same size that the Glossy Accents, the little bottles, come in, and the Ranger Multi Medium, which, as you can see, this bottle, this is the one that Rosa purchased for me and picked up for me and sent to me. See, it doesn't really fit. It needs the big bottle. But this is not the cover that you want for that. If you are going to purchase these fine line tip applicators for the purpose of emptying out a product and using it in these bottles, then sure, buy these bottles. But if you just want to use a fine line applicator tip on the bottles that you already have, then you want to go with the ones that sell the 3-packs. And how do you know it's the 3-pack, the right one? It does not have any color on the nozzle. It's just plain white. These are the ones that will fit over your adhesive bottles. Not all of them, but some of them. For instance, this one, Quick Dry. For instance, your Glossy Accents bottle fits right over it. And it will work super, super great. Now, what is the big deal? She jumped in my arms now. What's the big deal with these applicators? Well, for one, they have this little mechanism inside. You see this? This is what stops everything from clogging. That metal piece. And that has to go on the inside of the inner barrel. You see that? In order for it, and what it does is it doesn't allow it to clog up inside. Also, because you have that fine line tip now, you can add glue to teeny tiny little places that you probably would have never been able to do before with a regular bottle. So those are the two reasons why people would choose to or opt for getting the applicator tips as opposed to the whole bottle setup. Now remember, if you get the whole bottle setup, if you do purchase the ones that are the applicator tips with the bottles, those applicator bottle tips will not fit on top of the other. See, my vision is not that great right now, so I can't even see. Oh my goodness, I can't see the little hole. It's dark in my room. Where are you? Of course, it doesn't help that I have Lola on top of my chest, and I'm trying to hold the dog up and put the and I am not kidding. I have her literally on my chest here. Um, so yeah, so that's the difference. And I believe Janice, you were one of the girls that was asking. I can't even remember. But again, I apologize for not getting to you sooner. So that's the difference between, even though they're the same gauge, they're both 20. The difference between this applicator tip and this applicator tip is that these will fit perfectly over the bottles of adhesives. I've tried several different ones. It fits over my Flower Soft, which is basically just the Aleene's Tacky Glue. It fits over the Glossy Accent bottles. It fits over the Scotch Dry bottles. I don't really use anything other than that. And to be quite honest, the reason I had purchased this applicator tip from the very beginning was for glue, for the glue. It wasn't for the Glossy Accents, and it wasn't even for the Quick Dry or the Flower Soft. That's why I'm just going to stay with the one. I don't want to take my Glossy Accents, and that's just my personal preference. I don't want to take this and dump it in here. I don't want to do that. I want to leave this for my glue. So this is my glue bottle now. I take my Aleene's Tacky Glue, and I will also give you another tip that I discovered. When I first put my Aleene's Tacky Glue, this gauge is so small, the 20, that I squeezed it and it wouldn't come out. I had to put water in the bottle, just a few drops, shake it up, and water it down just a little bit so it was a little bit more fluid and not as thick. That's how small the gauge is. So if you don't want to do that and you want a little bit more ease, I would go for the 18 gauge instead of the 20 gauge. I didn't know that at the time, and I'm happy with it now. I fixed it. It works fine for me. In this bottle, I just have water, and I don't know why I put the water in here. Oh, I remember now. I'm sorry, I had to put Lola down for a second. The reason I left the water in here was I was trying to see what kind of like just I wanted to see how the liquid would flow, and if it was something as loose as water, how quickly would this come out the tip? And plus, it also helped me with dropping water into my glue. See how the little drops? So I just add like 10 little drops of water. I put the cap back on. I shake it up, and just so that you can see how wonderful this stuff works. Now, the other thing I noticed between, I'm going to use a piece of black cardstock so that you can see. And this was just me using, like I said, I added some water to it because this is really a small hole. And without me adding the water to it, it was super hard and super thick. Now, mind you, I do have a problem with my hands, and I do have very little to no strength in my fingertips. So that made it a little bit harder for me. But if you guys purchase this, let's say you already purchased it and you put your adhesive in the bottle as opposed to buying the ones that just screw right on the bottle. And when you went to squeeze it, you found that the glue was a little too thick for your liking. Add some water, shake it up, and then try it again. That's what I did, and it works perfect now. And it's actually, I don't want to change it. I don't even want the 18 now. I'm very happy with the 20 gauge. Um, Also, I've seen people on YouTube add paint, and then they do the scribbles and all that fancy schmancy stuff. Um, that's, if that's what you want to use the bottles for, that's cool. Again, I find the 20 gauge, something as thick as paint, it might not come out that easy. So you might have to add water to it or go with a bigger gauge if you're gonna use it for mixed media, for paints, for gels and stuff like that. I would definitely go with the larger gauge, and I would also be careful because that stuff tends, even though it's not gonna clog in the chamber, in the needle chamber itself, because of that long metal uh, pin that's going inside the gauge of the needle. Um, Even though that's going inside, that doesn't stop this part here from clogging and the bottle. And um, paints tend to get thick, especially when they've been sitting for a long time, and especially in this area. And you know what? I just don't want the headaches. I want it to be easy peasy. You can wash it out if it does get clogged. It won't stay clogged, of course. I just don't want the extra headaches. I bought these to make my life easier, not messier and not heavier. Of course, there are lots of people that buy them for the paint, to scribble right, just to give more texture to their projects, for mixed media purposes. Like I said, I originally, and then that's not to say that at some point I might not change my mind and go buy the bigger ones, and try out the bigger gauge and use them for mixed media as well. But for now, what I'm using them for is the glue and the glossy accents. My glossy accents, which is why I don't have one right now, my bottle of glossy accents did get clogged, and I had to keep cutting away at the tip, until I didn't have a tip anymore. And it ruined the bottle, and then I got frustrated with the glossy accents and I threw it all away. See how this one I had to cut as well? So although I do not have the regular bottle right now, when I do get it, I will use that if I'm going to use it for glue. If I'm using the glossy accents um, for just to make things look shiny and it's a small area, of course, I would go with this. Uh, if you're using the glossy accents for as you know as an adhesive as a glue, definitely go for it. It fits right over, and oh my gosh, just the fact that you get that fine line tip, and just the fact that it fits over the bottle is phenomenal. And you will notice there is a difference between this needle and that one. This one is a lot longer, that one's a lot shorter. It is the same exact gauge. Why the long one and the short one? I don't know. I guess we will have to ask them. Um, oh my. Now, which one belongs to which one? Oh, now I did it. Okay. I think I got it. Yep, that one's for that bottle. Oh, yeah, and if you don't have a steady hand and good lighting, good luck with getting that sucker in there. Um, yeah, so. Oh, the other thing I was asked. Um, if I knew, and one of the girls did buy this already, and she had messaged me, did I know what was the purpose of this thing coming off? And then, this here being exposed like that. Again, I have no clue. I do not know why the two pieces. I do know that in um, McCormick's video tutorial, when she went over, I think these can be replaced if they get really seriously clogged, and it's another way to wash them out and clean them, like if you're using them for paints. Um, I know you can do that with them. Why the whole separate chamber, I am not sure. But I know that you can take them apart, maybe for stability, to make sure that that needle doesn't bend and break. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think there's any real purpose to that other than that, to clean them out and just to offer stability, um, as opposed to leaving it loose, I'm guessing, so it doesn't snap and break. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I really don't know. That's just a wild guess on my part. So that was a quick review and tutorial about what little I knew, my little knowledge, what little bit of knowledge I have for in regards to these. Now, how did I get glue on that? Where in heaven's name did I get glue on that from? Oh, when I try to screw this there. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to the sink and wash that off. Lola had me so distracted. I'm gonna blame it on Lola. And this one goes here. Um, I love quick dry adhesive. It's one of my favorite adhesives in the whole world. Um, One of the complaints I do have about it, though, is that there is no fine tip point. Um, so I am definitely interested in having this on this bottle. Um, I haven't done so because I'm still using the Eileen's glue, and I'm quite happy with this little setup. However, that doesn't mean I don't want one for here. But for now, since I promised two friends um, some of these tips, I am saving this one for my glossy accents bottle. So I'm going to send these two out to those two friends that I mentioned. And then I ordered another pack, one for this bottle here, one for my quick dry, one for my glossy accents, and that'll be straight. And then the other two, I'm definitely saving one for Becky. The other one I will give away as well, on another secret giveaway. I don't know when. Um, 'Cause I'm kind of behind when it comes up to my giveaway stuff right now. I mean, can you imagine? I had this one and I forgot to send them out, which is okay because you know what? Um, they didn't know they won anyways. It was a secret. So I just read it myself out. And if they're watching, well, now they know that they won and they're going to get it soon. So, guys, I just wanted to share that information with you guys. I did get a lot of questions about the difference in the gauges, the difference in the bottle top. What was the difference between the bottles as opposed to the applicator tips? Really quick, if you're going to use the bottle, then buy the bottle setup that's all in one. But just remember, these tops can only be used with these bottles. If you want just the applicator tip and you want to use these on other bottles, such as your quick dry, your glossy accents, and other adhesive bottles, then go for the 3-pack without the bottle. Both of these were both 20 gauges. They were both the same size as far as the needle's concerned, but the tops were totally different. This one did not fit my other glue bottles, and it was too small, too big for the small bottles and too small for the big bottles. So that was the difference. Um, and yes, the smaller, the bigger the hole. The bigger the number, the smaller the hole. So if you want a big, easy flow, get the 18. If you want that very small hole, small flow, very fine, super fine, get the 20. I hope that you guys are a little bit better off than before you started watching me as far as the fine line applicators. I will say this, I am totally in love with these bottles. I'm totally in love with the tips. I thank Fine Line so much for even coming out with these because I know lots of people are going to get great use. I have not used this yet, but I am super excited and super anxious to try. It's the masking fluid with, in the bottle, which is what this was originally made for. If you don't know what masking fluid is, it's for stamping. And look that up too. Look up the tutorials for this. Awesome, awesome stuff. I'm still learning. I haven't done it yet because I've never used it. And to be quite honest, I'm a little scared too. I'm a little gun shy. But I'm going to put my brave girl panties on really soon and just go for it and jump in. So guys, that's it for me for tonight. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a very blessed evening or a very blessed day wherever you are. And I hope you're having fun. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.